Dan from lettersfromdan.com. So I was thinking through this talk I'm going to give at NAMS about making the most of NAMS. And I was going to write my notes down tonight, but I thought I'll just make a short video of my notes and then I'll transcribe them later. I'll repurpose this video. So the section that I'm speaking on is called Making the Most of NAMS. I think I'm going to talk a little bit about the ladder of value at the beginning. Now, the ladder of value, when you're putting your internet marketing project together, is first deciding what is your ultimate goal. Like not retiring early or not sending your kids to college. I mean, those are good goals, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, where do you want to be? Let's say you're selling an ebook, and that you've just written this great ebook and that's what you're planning on doing. Well, where do you want that to take you? I mean, what kinds of things do you hope to get from selling an ebook? How many people can buy this book? And then, are they going to buy it twice or just once? And are you going to take all this effort to sell this book and then be done? Is that the goal? Or is your goal something more grandiose? Is your goal to speak at a national convention about something that has to do with your ebook and get paid $200,000 for it? Let's just say that is your goal. Well, let's put that on the top of the ladder of value. Now, in order for someone to pay you $200,000 to speak at a national convention about your ebook topic, what is it that that person has to have overcome in order to think that hiring you for $200,000 is a good value? That's what getting the most out of NAMS is about. Figuring out how you're going to go about creating your internet marketing empire, your plan, your project, your goal, your career, your business. So let's put that $200,000 goal at the top of this ladder. Now, the ladder ratchets down. In order for someone to pay you 200 grand, they have to think that you really know what you're talking about. And not only do you know, but you're good at conveying it, you're motivational, the person who hires you is going to look good because hiring you is going to be a good thing for the convention, and they're going to get pats on the back. People are going to say, man, thanks for hiring that guy to speak, he was fantastic. Now, in order to get that, he has to have seen you, heard about you, a variety of different things in order to get there. So that's where we go back to this ladder of value. You get your goal at the top and work your way back. If someone's going to pay you $200,000 for a speech, is there a pretty good chance that you're going to have at least made $10,000 for a previous speech, or $50,000 or $5,000? So let's say your ladder of value is the $10,000 speech is down here, the $200,000 one is here. In order for this $10,000 speech to have occurred, this person must have needed the same thing. Needed to hear about you, read your book, be on your mailing list, and get unbelievably great information for a long period of time, and see videos and hear you talking about it. Maybe even know that you gave a speech which you got paid $2,500 for down here. A $2,500 person also has to have received some value from you over the course of time in order to be willing to shell out $2,500 to hear you speak. Maybe that's a variety of things. Maybe they bought you got your free ebook for the very first thing. They got it for free. Then they got a series of emails, maybe over the course of 2 or 3 years, where you talked all about your subject. You proved to the world that you're an expert. And in that time, after getting the free ebook, maybe they went to a webinar to hear you speak for $30. Maybe they went to an all-day workshop with you for $200. Maybe they went to a weekend workshop with you for $700 or $1,000, to the point where they were willing to recommend you to their organization for $2,500. So when you're thinking about getting the most out of your experience at the NAMS weekend, let's think about that ladder of value. What is it that you can acquire while you're at NAMS to build that ladder? Can you get testimonials for an ebook? Can you pass it out? Have people read it on Friday and get video testimonials from them on Saturday. That social proof out there on Twitter and Facebook will help you give away or sell your ebook. What else can you get? Can you get insight from other people? Can you learn? Can you make your own videos? Can you learn how to do the marketing to get you from step 1 to step 2? So that'll be the first part of the NAMS weekend, is making the most out of NAMS. So we're going to talk about all kinds of activities that you need to be thinking about in the back of your mind, in your business standpoint, so that you're going to, when you go to some of these sessions, you go to a session about traffic, generating traffic to your blog, or generating traffic to your site, or generating traffic to your ebook. You've got your ladder of value in mind. You know exactly what parts, where are you going to need the traffic? How do you approach this seminar topic from your business ladder? I mean, what is it that you really need to get out of it? And then if you don't get that out of the session exactly what you want, but you know you need to learn it, making sure that you ask the right people before it's over, before you go to the next session, at lunch, in the next session, but get your questions answered and make sure you have the necessary steps. So anyway, that's going to be our first session, NAMS. It's called Getting the Most Out of NAMS. We're going to learn how to put together the package. We're going to learn what are the necessary tools that you're going to need to get from $0 to $200,000. In terms of traffic dissemination tools, like having a Twitter account so you can become the expert in the eyes of your followers, maybe even having a Facebook account, having a blog, having a website, all those kinds of things. We're going to lay out what's necessary. And then in the session following Getting the Most Out of NAMS, there's going to be people on hand, and we're going to help you put together the tools. So for the rest of the weekend, you have tools to work with. So session 2 is going to be, if you don't have a blog, we're going to be helping you get a blog up and going and ready, so that when we do article marketing, you have a link to put in your article to send people somewhere. If you don't have a Twitter account, if you don't have 5 Twitter accounts for different kinds of reasons that you might need them, we're going to set that up in the workshop in the second session. Anyway, this is Stan Morris, lettersfromdan.com. Look forward to seeing you at NAMS. Please sign up for the first session, Getting the Most Out of NAMS. Have a good evening.